Y'all see that? Y'all see that right there? That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the anatomy of an ideal WNBA coach. What's up, Hoop fam? It's Fran Harris with another riveting, igniting, exciting, provocative chat with you. And I want your opinion. So get ready to tell me what you think an ideal WNBA coach is all about. All right. So I was going to make this video yesterday, but I'm so irritated. I was so irritated last night when I saw the news of the Phoenix Mercury coach that I needed to sleep on it. I said, let me just sleep on it. I'm still going to be irritated tomorrow, but I'm going to give my audience the good stuff after I've had an opportunity, as Sabrina Ionescu said, to go night night and just think about this a little bit more. And I woke up this morning and my opinion is still the same. Um, Now, this is a little episode that I started doing last year during the women's basketball college season called Hell to the Yeah or Hell to the Nah. Okay? It's about a topic that I hope will be very divisive. I hope it will be very intriguing. I hope you will join in the conversation because it's an important conversation. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. We all got our own opinions about things. But this is a topic that fits right into this segment called Hell to the Yeah or Hell to the No. You got to be on one of those. You can't be like, oh, I'm kind of in the middle. I kind of see it this way. Like, it's hell to the yeah or hell to the no. All right. So the ideal WNBA coach. These are my thoughts on the ideal WNBA coach. And this is something I just whipped out real quickly. If I thought about it, slept on it longer, I might add more. But for sure, here's what I believe the perfect mix is. Number one, the coach has women's basketball coaching experience. Women's basketball coaching experience. Number two, WNBA coaching experience. Now you say, what's the difference between those? Well, sometimes, obviously we know our game started after the men's game. That means our coaches started after the men's side started getting coaches. So we're years behind in terms of opportunities, in terms of pay and all that good stuff. So you may have women's basketball coaching experience because you've been coaching in high school or you've been coaching in college. Again, we haven't had the WNBA but 27 years. So there are only so many jobs that are going to be available in the WNBA, given that it's just 27 years old. So I'm going to forgive you for not having WNBA experience, but you absolutely must have women's basketball experience to be coaching in our league. That should be like a given. Women's basketball coaching experience, WNBA coaching experience. Now, so few jobs. Some of our greatest coaches, number one, don't want to coach in the W because they think it's a hot mess sometimes. Number two, haven't had the opportunity. They're still coaching in college. They enjoy college, and that's where they want to be. Not everybody wants to coach in the WNBA. So there are few opportunities, and then there are few jobs, right? And then you also add in the mix for both college and the WNBA that men are coaching in both of those. We don't have all women's coaches in women's basketball college. We don't have all women's coaches in the WNBA. But you ought to have some experience in women's basketball coaching before you come talking to me as a GM and owner or president or whatever about coaching in the WNBA. And the fact that you can step to me about coaching in the WNBA with zero coaching experience in the women's game is unacceptable. Hell to the no. All right. Number three, you must have a history, hear me now, a history of investment in the women's game. A history of investment in the women's game. And for the record, having daughters is a beautiful thing, but it doesn't count as your investment in the women's game as a coach. Your third cousin, your auntie on your mama's side, your coaching or who coached an AAU club team, don't count. Hell to the no. Also, leading a ball handling station at basketball camp, don't count. It don't count. For you grammarians, it doesn't count. Hell to the no. Okay, on all of that, it does not count. Those are the top three criteria for me, for someone coming to me as an owner, as a president, as a GM, saying, I would like to coach your WNBA team. Let me go through those one more again. You must have women's basketball coaching experience. You must have WNBA coaching basketball experience. You don't have to have both, right? You don't have to have coached in the college game and the WNBA, but you got to have one of those. And you must have a history of investment in our game. If you are not mixed in that cocktail somewhere between those three criteria, don't come talking to me. Don't talk to me. Y'all can give me some thoughts on when somebody might be outside of that. I'm happy to hear it in the comments. Put them in the comments right now. Can you think of anybody who didn't fit into one of those categories? Coached in the women's game, college, coached in the WNBA, has experience, or has a history of investment, who should be coaching in our league? Put their names in there. I'm making a list for a very good reason. I want to see who those people are. All right, so that's my first rant. The next rant, and also I want y'all to say, I want y'all to tell me hell to the yeah at this point or hell to the no. Should people who don't fit those three categories be allowed to coach in our league? Hell to the yeah or hell to the no? All right, next one. Why plucking guys from the NBA is rarely, I'm not going to say never, is rarely a great idea. Let me repeat that. Why is plucking guys from the WNBA or from the college game, men from who are coaching in the NBA or the college or the men's college game, why that's rarely a good fit? Not saying it's never a good fit. Not saying it never works out, because we know that the Los Angeles Sparks won back-to-back championships with Michael Cooper. But I'm saying, why is it rarely a good idea? All right, number one, and very important. This is a league that is predominantly African-American women. No shock to y'all are fans. It's predominantly African-American women. What does it say to the African-American women who are blood, sweat, and tears, wearing a W uniform every year, holding down a part-time job in Russia or Liberia somewhere in the off-season? What does it say to them when you constantly and consistently go hire people who don't look like them? It's rhetorical. It's a rhetorical question. In the comments, what does it say to African-American women when you don't hire people who look like them? Men, women, whatever. This is a league of African-American women. Owners of the W have to recognize that. Whether you like it or not, you have to recognize that, and your behavior should be according to that. You should at least think about who you're putting in charge, who you're making the leader of African-American women. And if that does not even enter your head, you're the wrong owner. You're not right for our league. You should go do something else. You should definitely go do something else. Okay, number two, few NBA players or coaches, for that matter, men's college coaches, NBA coaches, few coaches have worked with women. They haven't. They haven't worked with women. They haven't worked in our game. They haven't worked our camps. Few of them have. But you think it's a good idea to go get one guy who's coached exclusively men, exclusively in the men's game. You think it's a good idea now that he wants to be a head coach to bring him to the WNBA. Disrespectful. 100% disrespectful. It is disrespectful. My number three thing is disrespectful to the hundreds of women who have invested their lives. Now I'm talking about not just the players and the athletes, the professionals. I'm talking about the coaches. The coaches who have invested their lives in developing women's basketball. You're going to skip over them. Oh, excuse me. Let me get, my bad. Let me get by you. Let me put this guy in this role that you may have wanted all your life. You may still be aspiring to get to that level. But we're going to take a guy who's never done anything in our game and put him at the pinnacle of our game. Pay him the most money of anybody in our league, in one of the most successful franchises in any one of our leagues. What do you think that says to the African-American women who represent the brand? It's rhetorical, but put it in the comments. What do you think that's saying? And then number four, doing something like this sends a clear message that men can bypass the normal process of paying dues in our game before they're handed the keys to our queendom. Let me repeat that because I kind of mumbled that a little bit. It sends a signal that men can bypass the normal process, the usual way we do business of paying dues in our game before you're handed the keys to the queendom. Men get handed the keys to our queendom all the time without even subscribing to the newsletter. They haven't even subscribed to the newsletter yet. They have followed no rules, have put in no time, have invested no blood, sweat, tears, equity in our game, and yet you make exclusive trips to go to that dude and hand him the keys to the queendom. Disrespectful. Disrespectful and not good leadership. I don't like it. It's sexist. It's racially biased. And it says that men don't have to follow the rules. Yet they still get rewarded with our jobs. They get a huge salary. They get to influence the game that we love, that we have fought to bring it to the next level, until they get tired of being a video coordinator on the men's team. Yeah, this dude's he wipes the sweat up off the floor in practice for the, whoever, Boston Celtics, whoever. Video coordinator on the men's team. I think I'm tired of being a video coordinator. I think I'll go be the head coach of a WNBA team. That's pretty much how it's going right now. I'm tired of it. Sick of it. As my mama used to say, won't have it. It's wrong. It needs to change. It needs to be fixed. Hell to the no. What do y'all think, though? I'm interested in your opinion. What do you think? Do you think this hire for the Phoenix Mercury was a good idea? You think it's right? You think it fits what our league stands for? I want to hear from you in the comments. What do you think about the hire from the Phoenix Mercury? What do you think about the concepts that I've talked about in this quick video? Is this what we should be doing in the WNBA? Hell to the yeah or hell to the no? Look forward to reading your stuff. Have a good day.